I'm a facilitator, so I facilitate meditation and also breathwork. For me, it's a great way of getting into an altered state where your subconscious can come into your consciousness. And breathwork is probably the best way for that. It also, for meditation, also deepens your meditation. So most people report that when they do their meditation practices in the future, that they find that they're able to access the states that they've experienced through breathwork. So it goes really deep and make it easier. It's just like if you've been a route once, it's easier to find your way back there again. So what we're going to do tonight is a type of breathing called Easy Breathe, and it's ISI breathe. It stands for intentional. So we're going to set an intention as a group, and I'm going to ask you to, when you lie down and you start the breathing, just start to focus on linking that group intention with a personal intention. The S is for surrender. So surrender to the process for a start. Surrender to your feelings. And what that means is if you feel like your body's cramping up, not to surrender to a movement, try and make a sound. Sometimes through trauma in our lives, even when you feel pain, making a sound through that pain releases it. And if you burn something out, you feel a lot better. So surrender to any movement, any sounds that you feel like making. You feel like rolling over, as long as you can breathe, that's the main thing. You want to keep the conscious connected breath going. I'll get to that in a minute. So the other I, so that's IS, easy, is for integration. With this type of breathing, the last 20 minutes we're going to start to integrate the experience that we've had through the breath session. So we're going to start stepping down. We're going to be breathing a little bit forced, but not, I don't know if anybody's done any holotropic breathing or any rebirthing. You know what those are called, rebirthing? So we're not going to be doing that full-on breathing, but we're going to step it up a little bit. So in the last 20 minutes, about 20 minutes out from the end, we're going to just keep the connected breath going, but just slow it down a little bit. And then the last 10 minutes, we're just going to go back to our normal breathing, but just lying still and just feeling the sensations of our bodies and trying to bring and anchor what we've experienced through the breath session. And then we'll do a sharing at the end, what our intentions were and also what we experienced. So that's part of the integration. And the breathing. So the breathing is, and I'd like you to try this, is breathing in through the nose. So now it's a dropped breath. So you can imagine picking up a stone. The effort isn't actually picking it up, and then dropping it is just really. So it's just not a force, just a. And you're wanting to breathe into your belly. So the only forcing you're doing is coming into your body. The other thing is that try and count. You're going to get a few instructions as I'm going around, but I want you to begin. Normally when we start breathing and we're counting our breath, we'll start with an in-breath. 1, 2. I want you to start the other way around. So on your out-breath, that's your beginning breath. 1. This is going to bring your focus on your breathing. It's quite hard to do, but through the breathing, try and bring your awareness to that out-breath as your beginning cycle. Breathwork, I'll just give you a little bit of history, started way back when Tantra was what we know as a spiritual practice. And then from that, the yoga development, and one of the practices they were practicing there through yoga was pranayama. So this is a follow-on through that. It's a tantric practice. So breathing through anything that comes up. Breathing through anything that comes up, so that in the future, when we find ourselves in difficult situations, we're able to select a different option of the available options there that we normally don't see. Like, we have a normal response, and that's the only response that we know of because of all our past history. So by breathing and adopting a breathing practice when times are tough, and that can be just generally anything, it gives us another option. It puts our mind in neutral, instead of going forward or in reverse of what had happened in the past. What should I do now? It just gives us a neutral base to be able to select a different gear to operate from. That's probably the best way that I can explain that. But what we're going to try and do tonight with the easy breathing is to actually put ourselves in neutral and let the healing from outside come in. So my intention for tonight is to hold the space safe for you guys to be able to do that. To be able to allow you to feel safe so that you guys can do whatever you have to do, to breathe, to make any movement, make any noises, to feel totally safe and comfortable here. And ultimately, this is, for you guys and for me, part of the flowering of human consciousness. So with having said that, I would like you to base your intentions around that. What ultimately, not I'd like a new car tomorrow or something that doesn't make me better, a higher intention. So with that, if you want to start lying down, making yourselves comfortable, start thinking about your intention, your higher intention. You're going to change the music. And just start your breathing. Start practicing your breathing while you're doing it. And becoming aware. Are you guys okay? It's going to happen with you. Anybody else want to take it? Just starting to relax, being aware of your body, bringing awareness to your body. Does anybody not want to be touched or through the session? Put your hand up. If you do want me to come over to you, put your hand up. Yeah. Sorry, what was that? So you don't want to be touched?
No.
Yeah. So if you, oh sorry, yeah. So breathing together. Not forcing, just dropping. Just keep that visualization in your mind. Just dropping. And placing your hands there by the side. Yeah. And just start to relax. Feel your body on the ground. Be aware of yourself. Practicing a new breath rhythm. Become that inner witness. Watch yourself watching yourself. It's going to change the music now and then we'll get going. So breathe with the rhythm. keeping connected but more relaxed. Starting to come home, just allow all the sensations that you've just been through to start to integrate into something that's useful for you now. Starting to bring it home. Starting to bring the experience. back to your own breathing now. Another 10 more minutes. At your own pace. Just really let yourself go as far as a relaxed state. Just your own breathing. Lying comfortably. Much peace as you want to bring home with you. Feeling yourself present. Taking your time. Feel yourself fully expanded in your body. Feeling fingertips, toes. Feeling what feels like feeling air conditioner on your skin. Feeling present. Anybody want some water? Put your hands up.
To the camera.
Oh, it's gone. Give it time. Oh, it's not over yet.
So we might sit in a circle if everybody's happy with that. I'm just going
Beautiful. I like the cold. That's interesting. Like, my house about the aircon in the bedroom, so freeze cold room. part of the integration I was talking to you about. So just a quick sharing about what you're... That's okay? Do you want some more? So quickly sharing, if you're happy to, your intention, your experience, and if you can see any connection there.
Yeah, went into the intention. I can actually bring euphoric energy anytime I want. So this time I went with the intention of my euphoric body. And it was interesting, as I got into the breathing, all of a sudden, whatever pain I had in my shoulders, my stomach, started to come out, but it was like it was flowing out of me. And it went to my legs. Everything started to flow out. I could feel this energy just pulling out of me. And then as my legs started to vibrate like crazy, I could feel all this stuff shooting out of my legs, out of my feet. And as soon as that started to happen, I started to feel this incredible sensation of euphoric energy. It was like love, but it was intense intensity. It was almost like when Harry met Sally. I'll have one of those, you know. It was really intense, and the whole body just started to vibrate with euphoric energy, euphoric body.
Yeah.
So it was like, wow. Then after that, it went to a plateau and then just balanced itself out. And it's like the body got used to it, and it was fine with it. It's kind of like it's supposed to be like that. Because we're such human beings, we don't allow ourselves, we allow everything to infiltrate and kind of screw up everything in our bodies. But when it balanced itself, I felt this real sense of euphoric energy flowing through me. It was beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
I don't know what it was that I felt, but my legs did the same thing, voluntary my legs, follows squats, they were just rolling around every now and then, and then the legs did this, and the arms did that. Don't know what it was. Choosing. Yeah, it felt very good. And then I had to roll on my side. I just got a really intense head rush. I had to roll over a lot of things. I didn't intend that, but it just happened. It just happened. As far as an intent, it was really quick. Just when you put it open. Expect anything to say.
The position that you ended up on the side was a good signal. Well, we get it as a message that sometimes you finish, you're ready to handle things. So you go on the side, you're more supportive, So
Yeah, I think I was more of a respect. It's a brush. It's really, I couldn't hold my head in a comfortable position, but it makes sense on
I found it really hard at first, reading, and once I concentrated on what I was doing, I ran on a hill that I saw, and I got a blockage. I got finding one section here, but it's still there, still clear. But I'll work on that.
awareness is good.
But I went floating. I saw everyone. I was floating above this stuff. There you go. And that was really funny because it wasn't like in colour, it was all white, the floating. But everyone looked white. So that was really strange. It was a good experience.
That'd be a first for me. Definitely
one, yeah. So, but it was like just free, just white. Everything was white. And I just opened myself up more because I was blocking. So I had to open up my arms and that to that block. Really different. It was good. I keep up breathing.
My intent was to clear and heal all the cells in the body as a good consciousness. And I kind of went through a stage where I was like getting all this pain coming into my head and into my shoulders. I was just wondering if that's coming from your feet. It was most bloody uncomfortable.
Yeah, it goes somewhere.
I'll be always to share.
So I dealt with that and pushed it into Mother Earth, and then I felt very harmonious, and then as the body got lighter and shift was happening inside of me, I felt like, do you remember sago pudding? It's like frog spawn.
Yeah.
And I was floating in that, but that was...
Sure, I was saying that.
That's how you start a pudding race. So you go. And yeah. So those cells got bigger and bigger, and then I became that one cell, like went out into the universe, and then everything was I couldn't feel a thing. Right, I could hear everybody talking, and all of a sudden that disappeared, and I was just in that space that you pay millions for, and didn't kind of want to come back. I feel quite hungry for fun now. Yeah, so that was about it. But it was more of for me it was more of a being of the being that we are, in that presence. Maybe going back from time to the self that we started. And that's what I saw, the circle and inside. And in the end, when you were saying come back, it was pulsing. And I didn't want to, so I do a lot of trance work, and I go to that stage, and you don't want to come back. But that's where magic and miracles happen. Part of the pain you're sending me.
Out of the way, man.
Thank you.
My head was nodding. I never nod my head off. Can't admit it. Because am I doing that on purpose or am I? But anyway, I was doing that, so that was very interesting. My intention was to release all negative emotions. And then, like you said, when you spoke, where can you feel it? I felt it all in my stomach. I concentrated with the breathing on that area. Breathing, and I could feel like a light, oh, not white light, but something very light. I was sucking that in. And next thing I started to stretch a lot. I wasn't doing that intentionally. Twisting my feet, moving around. And after all that, then it was lovely and peaceful. That's where that was very interesting. But it took a minute just to get used to that breathing.
Yeah.
So I found it very distressing. Instead of the breathing, and my intention was that because I don't sleep well at night, my intention was that everyone should have restful, energizing sleep through the night, so everybody heals and their mind rests. That was my intention. But my body just went nuts. Like everything was trembling and shaking, and just could feel myself. I was alright for a little while, and then just all of a sudden everything just went nuts. And even when I sat up before, I thought, I'm not going to drive home. Oh my God, what am I going to do? And I feel alright now. But it was really weird. And I think I was totally focused on what was happening in my body and why was this happening in my body, and trying to observe it rather than get caught up in it. But I was a bit distressed. It was distressing. But coming back to the breathing all the time was very comforting. Yeah.
Interesting to see what sort of sleep outside.
My intention was just cleansing my mind and body. I felt that happening through the breath technique, just like a spiritual disinfectant.
Please stop backing. Sorry, Mark.
Yeah, I felt very cleansing. And then but I got interrupted a couple of times when probably was releasing all these demons. I could feel them running across me.
There's no demons.
those little critters in John Carter. No, I felt very clean from it.
You still feel the same now?
Sorry?
You still feel the same coming out of it as well?
Yeah. You know, I felt any of the negativity that I picked up for the past week or so, it cleansed that, disinfected it. Just feel very much a clean energy now.
Mine has been about being a filter, like checking into where I really was now, without putting on a brave face and letting people see what I thought they should be seeing. Continue. And I really got how it really was right now, feeling it. And so it was okay, and I was okay. And I also got that I can now let go. I can let go and totally move on. And he was here and my mother was there and they were both holding my hands. And they were both telling me that they loved me. And I would be okay. And everything will be okay. And just trust, let the process happen. And stop trying to make it happen. Just let go and let the process happen on its own without you trying to force it. That's what I got.
Beautiful.
Trust the process.
Trust the process. Stop trying to, and this because of me and who I am and what I do, it's almost like, well, no, I'm above that. I know they're alright, and I don't have to grieve because I know it's alright, and it's just a load of shit. I need to grieve, and I need to allow myself to grieve, and I've got to stop living inside of the story of I'm dealing with it because I've got to. And I need to let it go, and I need to let him go so we can move on and come back. And we'll be okay. Eventually. And it's still very new, very raw.
So
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you for that, because it needed to happen. And it was just, I know why I got pushed out the door, because I wasn't coming. You're going. So, I'll deal with it again. We're going. I don't want to go, go. She said, so she doesn't know. I'm here. I know everything. Because I need this. So thank you.
How long did that go for?
An hour and a half. Yeah, it would have been an hour.
Very good.
What's the time? Does anyone have one?
9 o'clock.
It is
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Yeah, we're doing it all day.
It's about an hour and a half by the time people sharing.
I feel like I work for days. That's gardening and cleaning. 12 hours today, gardening and cleaning. Over 30 hour space, and a half an hour off for lunch, and a half an hour off travel. Don't feel like I've done 12 hours. Not that I'm teaching, lifting. 15 wheelie bins for about 30, 40 kilos.
So you lift cleanse and all that.
Yeah, I don't feel too bad. Done that before, I don't feel like
year I actually got struck by lightning, and the only thing that really affected, I had to go to hospital and stuff, but the only thing that really affected was my sight of my eye. Like when I look at a straight line, it gets to a point where it's got a line in it.
Wow.
And, or if I look at a circle, it looks like an oval, or squares, or rectangles fit through my right eye. And my left eye now, I've found, is adjusting to my right eye, because now, when I look at things through one eye, it's got to bump this way. When I look at things through the other. Yeah, the body is kind of trying to adjust. And when I look at words, sometimes the middle is missing. I don't know if I look at the word kumara, I just see kuma. It's missing.
The lightning there was messed up your electromagnetic energy.
Yeah, I went to an eye specialist, and there is something behind my eye too, like a, I don't know, it's just a hardening, something like a cyst or something maybe by my eye. So the canvas of my eye has got a thing in it. So it's interesting that my left eye is now trying to correct it. But I felt during this meditation, I felt a lot of twitching, and you know when your eye gets it, there's a lot of twitching. I was getting a lot of that, and then my eye was getting really hot. And then at the end, my left eye was starting to twitch a little bit. It was almost like something was happening to my right eye, and then it was going, okay, well, we're going to fix this one a bit.
You release it.
Yeah.
Gently release
So, yeah, my intention was actually okay, because I kind of like,
Intention was not to cry.
no, my intention was actually to just be aware, to let go, and let whatever happens, happen. And to just be really aware. And I was feeling a lot of right through the different meridians in my body, I could feel the energy flowing. But that twitching kept coming. There's a couple of spots in my body. And I was trying not to even think, like the different body parts in my body, I was trying not to even think, oh, what does that mean? Just to allow. So it was interesting. So
What was your intent?
was just to be able to allow whatever happens to happen. So,
I thought it would be not to be struck by lightning.
You could have made a bolt for the door.
So that was an interesting experience. As I said, I came in thinking something was going to happen, but something totally different happened.
You're the fourth person I met that had been struck by lightning. Texas are always struck over there. Yeah. It does mess up the electromagnetic energy.
Yeah, I've been told that too, I'm not sure what to.
I talked to Walter, he deals with a lot of Tesla stuff that balances electromagnetic energy.
Put your body back in alignment.
Because what it does is the phrase evokes is in there, right? You're at a frequency, right? And when it goes in, it disrupts the whole frequency. So the body goes, and even your eyes, and will go like this because the frequency is at, like say, 10, right? And now the frequency is at 25. So the body can't adjust itself. It's not moving itself. That's why it happens such a hard time.
I was hitting the nose.
That's nothing to tell you what
And somebody was standing like this far away from me, and she saw it hit. And all I felt was like somebody had flicked me in the nose. But she saw it hit. And she was more hysterical than I am. I mean, very foolishly, I was going, can I touch you? What is that metal? And I told my son, and he goes, Mum, you're not a battery, you don't hold the charge. I was really like, oh my God, now what?
You actually have 5 watts of electricity inside of you.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realise it. When you've got a the EMF and EMR frequencies can affect your crown chakra.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they can put people out of whack, and it affects their immune system. So
And also, it depends on how many wires are going across the bedroom.
Yeah.
And electromagnetic energy disrupt everything. So because you got hit, that's like magnified
Oh,
even more. So,
cooking worse, you could have fried.
What a thought.
So whereabouts were you, maybe?
School here.
Outside.
Yeah, it's outside. And the funny thing was, I was walking with that girl, and she was going, "Oh, I'm so scared," because it was quite an electrical sort of storm. She goes, "Oh, I'm so scared." And I just said, "Oh, I love lightning. I'm fascinated by lightning." And 2 seconds later,
Pour it in.
how's that for manifesting?
You must have had rubber sole shoes on.
Yes,
to
I
help you.
did. Yeah, and that's what the doctor said.
Otherwise you would have been bad.
It's all about the conductivity. And didn't have rubber sole shoes.
if you were barefoot, it would have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I call them my lightning shoes now. They're my lightning shoes.
Yeah, I didn't have any intent. I was thinking that it came to me that I just had all the type of little bits of twitching and sensations and static electricity things and just a lot of visuals of going around the planet. And that was it, just relaxing and enjoying.
She went astro traveling.
I went somewhere.
Yeah, you're pretty peaceful today.
Well, as you know, mate, I've got very aggravated. I didn't go anywhere. I struggled. So just when I normally go into meditation, I usually do it very quietly. I just, the music is aggravated, and I just want to go. So maybe it's just me, or maybe there is something within me. I just thought about if we had quiet talk during meditation, as you know, and what you said to me, I was thinking about it, and there's probably something there that I think we were referring to, which I'll chat to you about later. Maybe that's it, or I don't know.
So you found it agitating?
Yeah, I don't like a lot of loud music. Being in the car, I never listen to music very rarely. I suppose because I do so much work with people, I like my peace and my life. If something's loud, the music's great, but it's for meditation, just for me, just that's no criticism of what's here. It's me.
It's important to be aware of your emotions, whether it's aggravation or you're just not fitting into the process we were just talking about what we just did, because to analyse what was coming up with can be what you need. Just to, and honour it by thinking about it. And
Yeah, maybe you could be right, and I must admit I'm not, like in my life in general, I'm really not emotional. Well, I wouldn't feel emotional or upset about anything, but maybe there's something deeper there.
It'll be just a simple release that you need
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're not and you're trying to keep a lid on everything.
Yeah,
And this is an opportunity to,
nature could be very well right, could be right, but
I'm not too sure, that's what we chat about later.
yeah, it was disappointing because I thought, oh God, I was really looking forward to going on a bit of a trip, a journey. You can't go far for $15 these days. Be nice if I can go to them. Go past where Richard Branson takes you.
A virtual
passport.
I didn't even have a passport. No security checks. Yes, but anyway, but thanks for your support and your guidance too, Renato. I appreciate it. Thank you.
My intention wasn't sure at first, then popped in that TCU let go of control. Then as soon as that intention came into my head, I had a headache, which then made me go somewhere
So for me, I'd like to share, so obviously my intention was to support you guys to go through your experiences and processes. Firstly, thank you. It's always a beautiful space for me, the help of this. And I feel your energies. Talking to you, checking to see what you're about. And it's a beautiful thing to share with you guys.
Was that busy made for this, or was it just stuff you
No, it's just stuff we've got.
very different?
I
But
found,
it's good to have
yeah.
different variety, I think.
I found that hard at first because it was so loud, but once he came over and I started breathing properly, I let go of the music and just concentrate on my breathing, on the music.
The drums, I got into the drums, and I tapped into my ancestral stuff, so it was really powerful. Drums can be a very powerful releasing.
You get thrown up.
When I meditate, it can be anywhere, just go like that. Getting in through this whole process, and then all of a sudden when I realised that the energy field was all the wind, was all around my head, it was about this far out, it was feel it. I think you said the intent thing. And all of a sudden I saw myself with the key. And I realised that it was about mastership of the breath. And we already got the key to get open the door. So I just knew that the moment I had the key, then I went from master of breath to actually master of air. And then I realised all the other elements. So it was like mastering all the elements. And so all those came together, and then I slowly just went. I did come back, and this time I started to reconnect. And I used the physical body to help me bring the airflow into my body. And then the mastership of fire or light was getting all that energy going right through the body. And I moved into what was sort of was now going through the cells and cleansing the cells. And then it was, once you master the breath, it becomes mastership of voice. And there's mastership of the full octave, from full timbre range, to get your message out to communicate. And when you came over, yeah, and I said, just felt like I needed to sing. Really sing, you know. You really verbalise and get that voice out. And but then the energy was really going through my body. I had to stand up then. You gave me the hand to stand up. And I have to tell you, I felt when I went down to go into the earth and just pull it up, the strength that came from that, just to go down and pull it up in your whole body and then move it, you know, like it just felt like those Shaolin monks, you know, those, and the Tai Chi process and the energy field, the strength. Like an earthbender. Yeah, it was, the strength was just incredible. And then I thought, I could do the stand in my head, but that's why we went to do the headstand, or I just couldn't get my balance right. But I know it's there. Yeah? Does that make sense? Yeah, it does. Yeah. It was like it was all coming together. One key, and the key was this exercise with breath. You put the key in your pocket. That's it, yeah.
I'd like to see you stand up.
No more.
Oh, I had a part. No, he's up there. I said I'll put the camera.
That's why he was an airbender.
I thought it was Mary. I was disorientated by part direction.
Flexible.
Everybody can play?
Amen, brother. Amen.
Thank you.
Are there different styles, before we go, is there different styles like that one?
Yeah, it is.
That one's probably the best for groups. You can do more forceful breathing, and that's the one that you were talking. There's a couple for more forceful, deeper breathing. There's holotropic and there's rebirthing, which in the Lord's rebirthing, Song of the Rose rebirthing. I'm studying Zentium down Byron Bay. We're doing breathwork mastery, so it's even more subtle than that again.
You do the breath.
Big hope?
You do the breath of fire.
No, I'm not aware of breath of fire. Is that what you've done at all?
Well, that's one of the tantric ones, but it's 2 breaths in and 1 breath out, and it's very good for trance work, very empowering, and very euphoric as well, and it's good for altered states.
Oh, I'd be interested in talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, different style. You can energise yourself, you can calm yourself down. What we're talking about here is facilitating different, but for yourself, there's a lot of different breath techniques that you can use from day to day to just change your mood, change your thinking to just pretty amazing breath. And it's right on the nose, literally.
And it's an important part of life.
Very. Well, we share it. It's the only thing that we pretty much share with everything on the planet.
Yeah.
And we've got this agreement with trees, where they take what we don't need and we take what they don't.
Absolutely.
There's this amazing exchange.
Because we're an acid energy,
Yeah.
and a tree and a plant's alkaline. You can mark out a piece of lawn and just with the intent to focus on it, connect to the soul of that grass, and then just say you want healing and breathe it in, and you'll feel it just go right the way through you. It's just amazing. Or lie on that space.
And that's an exchange.
Yeah.
You can do that physically as well as energetically.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I like
Everything's
that.
energy.
Get up.
You'd think we would.